Check this out. 3:15. Guess who's here? I can see why your freaking toes are freaking frozen, though. Freezing. Got the homie Tazzy out here.
Here though.
Got fucking Jose out here, bro. Look what the boys brought over. You guys have seen this before. From SoCal to the Bay Area. We're gonna offload this thing right now and get it up on the driveway, and we'll see you guys in the morning. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. You guys saw that little teaser. We showed you guys a blue wagon, and it's here at the pad. If you guys remember this car, man, we went down to SoCal to work on the homie Dwayne's car to get it ready for the Honda meet last year. So this car, we finished it in that video and we got it up and going. We took it to the meet, and then I went back home. The car has gone through a couple of changes. It's gone through a couple of dyno sessions. Unfortunately though, the car kept clogging the injectors. It kept like sputtering and all this craziness. And mind you guys, the Honda meet was like a year ago, just about a year ago, and this car has not run properly. Now, there could be a lot of possibilities of why this car is running a little funkadelic, but I want to give a big shout out to everybody who has touched this car and put in the effort to try to fix it. This car is a little tricky because it sat for a long while. It has gone through so many different owners, and you know, this thing pretty much just, it hasn't been touched in so long. And you know, this car literally went through a makeover, working around everything that was done to it before, and all we've been trying to do is dial it in. So shout out to everybody who has put in effort to try to get it running correctly. And granted, everybody gets busy, so I told Dwayne, I said, hey, what are you thinking about bringing it up here and just give me a chance to mess with it and see if we can get it up and going? So Dwayne and the homie Jose pulled up last night, man. How long was the drive?
Bro, should have been like 5 hours, but it was like 6 hours and a half. We had a little hiccup in the road, but we fixed it and we got here. It was cold, but we got here.
Yeah, they came here in the middle of the night. The transmission line popped off, busted fluid everywhere. They fixed it, found ATF, refilled it, and continued a trip to make it out here last night at around 3 o'clock. And the car's going to be here for about a day or so, and we're going to get cracking on trying to figure out what's going on with this car, so that way when he brings it back to SoCal, it's just going to go straight to the dyno.
Yeah, straight to the dyno.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
Yeah, the plan. And if you guys remember, this thing's got a K24 in it with a head package, and it's got some wake up juice right there too. So guys, there's a lot to do on the list in the short span of time that we have with this car, so we're going to get cracking right now. We're going to make a little list of what to fix, change, you know, look at, because the car went to one of his friend's shop and they were trying to get down on like figuring out the fuel tank line setup, because this thing kept pushing a lot of like gunk to the injector. So we got to deal with that. This car has now a new intake manifold, so we got to, you know, do some fixes around here because this thing was installed upside down. Well, we're going to flip all that. We got lines. We're going to be probably, maybe, not entirely sure, we might be swapping the harness out as well too, and just a lot of stuff. We're going to take you guys along for the ride. Let's get to work. All right, so everybody's got their duties, right? So we need to build the return line, and they're going to be putting in a new filter as well too, and we're going to reroute pretty much the new and the old line, because this thing already had a feed line that was rebuilt. Right, you guys got a new one. So we're going to be switching the small filter for this newer one. This is 100 micron, and they pulled the line. Jose pulled the line out of the car because it was ran through the car. Per book rules at the track, anything that's not a hard line has to be outside. So Jose pulled this line out. They're going to be routing the new filter and then finish building the return line, and then they got to get the tank back up to the car as well too. I do want to do a once over with everything before it goes back up, but shout out to Julian because he did the conversion here, and this thing is ready for AN lines. So while they're doing that, I taped up everything because I don't want to dig out my whiteboard. I taped up everything blue because we're going to be, you know, checking diaphragm in there. We're going to be swapping this. These guys, this is a brand new manifold, so all these guys needs to be like tightened down. And one of this, I'm gonna have to cut and weld a -6 because the brake booster line was connected to the manifold on the old setup, and the dash 6 was welded to the manifold. So we got to do that. We're going to be swapping out the thousands for stock injectors because I want to backtrack and get the thing back on pump gas because it's on the E. I want to get it back to stock injectors just to simplify the map for the K Pro, and just a lot of little things, man. But let's get cracking. Throw you guys on the laps and we got to get to work. All right, guys, so quick little update for you guys. We've been kind of just chipping away at everything here, fuel lines, tools, parts everywhere. So from the back, Jose and Tazzy got the tank kind of sitting up a little bit because we need to gauge the length of the line. So right now it's not fully up because we need to drop it back down to do the fuel relay setup. Because this car, I thought it had a fuel relay set up the whole time, but it has a stock wiring. So we got to drop it back down to do the 10 gauge. But for right now, up for them to do the feed and return line. So a couple of things kind of changed along the way. We took the fuel pressure regulator off, double checked the diaphragm, fixed the spring on the inside, right? Yeah. We did that, and then painted the bracketry and everything. And then we decided to move the regulator from here onto the fuel rail, which is now directly there. So it's over there now, and Jose is building the feed and return line. He already did the feed line right here. Had an unfortunate snap on one of these fittings, so we had to kind of like improvise. So this thing snapped in half, PTFE-690. So we ended up just getting a like -6 female to 6 male, and then run a straight. And this is what I'm talking about, like having all these extra stuff and just kind of making do with what you have and improvising along the way. And this is kind of like our only option too, because these guys are from SoCal, so we gotta make do with what we have situation. So we took out the, what was it, thousands? We took out the thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands. We put the stock injectors back in, and because his harness has the 1000 plugs on him right here, we're throwing in my silver sedan tucked harness from Max Peen Rod. We know this harness works perfectly in my car, and we're wiring it in because one, it has the OE plugs on it, and when we switch back to the thousands, it also has that plug on it as well too. If you guys remember, I piggybacked it right there. So we have both options. And also because if you guys remember, this is like a year ago, when I went down to SoCal to help Slimeball and Tazzy work on this car, we kept having TPS no reading issues. It kept like tweaking all over the place. I know if you use an RSX base model harness, you have to like switch the wires around. We did all that, it still didn't work. So this car has a weird TPS reading issues, which probably might have some sort of like play to this car jolting and doing also all sorts of weird stuff. So we're swapping the harness out to eliminate that, and his throttle body. So we swapped the throttle body around, we ran the brackets, and we ran the throttle cable. So real quick, right there, all set up, ready to go. And this thing has this K-tuned unit, which is freaking ginormous, man. If you guys know EF, we already have hood clearance issue with K24, and then now this thing has an ultra race which sticks up even further, and then it's got this freaking giant ass TPS sensor that sticks out like a sore thumb, dude. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see that. Humongous. You may as well just go J series at this point, bro. But mind you guys, this thing is also on the high setting, so if you guys look over here, high setting, right? But we're chipping away, man. We're chipping away. Everybody's got their roles. We're all just putting work in every corner of this car to try to make use of the time. So that's the update, guys.
That's how you know, bro.
Me and the boys, we gotta go to the parts store to get some parts, and also go grab some food. Yeah,
food.
Yeah, and they wanted to mob in the wagon, so we woke her up and let's go stretch some legs.
Now for me, but you might have to try to call it. Let's see if they can try.
Yeah.
But that 152 took a lot of his gas going up that fucking
Hey,
hill again.
what's gas in LA right now?
Like fucking $5, almost $6.
That's crazy. 91 right now. We dropped down to $4.67. Where are you guys at? What is your gas currently sitting at? I know some of you guys get 93, but you know, kind of curious. People think our gas is expensive, which, you know, if you've been here long enough, like, this is not expensive. All right, guys, we just finished eating our food, but Tazzy, guess what showed up?
What?
Guess what just showed up? Big shout out to Max PD and Rod for coming through super freaking fast. The harness we just put in your car,
Facts.
right there.
Yep.
My traction bar right here for the JDMF2 and the T7 coilovers. Bro,
Yeah,
look,
that's crazy, bro.
that's crazy. I didn't
Fast.
think it was gonna show up in time, but big shout out to Max P and Rod for the clutch delivery. If you guys need any Max P and Rod products, man, link in the description below. Use discount code YSTATIC to save 10% off. It helps me out more than you guys know. A lot of that stuff I actually ordered for this car, so it looks like we're gonna do all that too.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. You just ordered it, bro.
Yeah, so real quick, I was going to just make this one big video, which is why I threw you guys on the time lapse, just so that we can get to work to utilize all the time. But I think now what we're going to do is the first, I guess this is the first day, we're going to try to button up everything with the car, the drivability, all that, pump gas, E85, the whole shebang. And now we're going to make the second video where we're going to do the cosmetics with the car. So now we got the coilovers, we have the harness, which if you really wanted to, you can switch out if you want, but realistically I think we're going to keep this one in the car just because it's already wired up for his new injectors, so we don't have to like do it again on the other you know, harness. And also with that harness, I'll go through it again, Junie, show you how to pin and repin the harness to make sure it works with, you know, the chassis. But anyways, we're done eating, and right now I think we're gonna finalize the fuel tank. Since all the lines are built now, shout out to Jose. We got the new fuel filter down low. We have the new feed, new return. We had to take off the one that was on here. There was a G&J one.
G&J, yeah.
We had to take that one off. Jose built a whole new line because it didn't have the fittings that we need on it. So shout out to Jose again. And the lines are done. We're gonna take them off now. And we're gonna drop the tank and take it off the tank to blow air through it, make sure it's clean and cleared. And then we're gonna put the lines back on for the last time. And then the fuel tank itself, we're gonna drain the E85 out of it because I don't want to turn it on and fill the line with E. And I'm gonna wire up the relay to the fuel pump. And I know there's a lot of "and" in the sentence. It's like a run on right now, but we're definitely making some headspace right now. So we just gotta get to work. The throttle body is a K-series throttle body, but it calls for a B-series map sensor. And because we don't have a conversion adapter from B to K, I'm just going to rig up a K-series map sensor, vacuum hose to the manifold, and just run the harness K-series plug into this until we can convert over to the B-series map sensor. Stick it on there, just like that. And then plug it in, IAT, this one right here, map sensor, temporary, just for now. Just blowing out the lines real quick since they are new. Ready?
Well,
clean for the most part?
No.
No?
Fuck no, bro.
We'll have to clean it out then. It's gonna piss. You ready?
Go.
This one's gonna be a little tricky because it has the filter there, but what do you think?
You see? Yeah, black stuff came out.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot some brake cleaner in it.
Alright, I'm gonna turn the right around.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard on this side because it's gonna have to fight the filter, but ready?
Oh. The other one was the dirtiest one.
Yeah, that was in there before, even with the old tank. So
Yeah, that was the dirty one. That went right away.
clean.
Clean, yeah.
Gucci. Guys, we've been chipping away. The fuel tank is back up. We routed the fuel lines all tucked and secured out of the way. Amazon just came through with a package for me, and this is something I've been waiting for actually a minute now. When I bought this, I didn't even bother to check Prime or anything. I just bought it just to buy it and know that it's on the way. But I bought burring. Wow, it actually came out of the package. Look at that. So I bought burr tools for porting the manifold. 5-piece set right there. These are 6 inches long. And then I also bought the sanding kit right here to kind of smooth out the porting work. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this off to the side for a later day for porting that eBay manifold that I have for the KRX. My camera only has 2 minutes left, so I gotta go delete some files. All right, so this harness is set up for a K20, and we need to repin it for a K24 crank sensor. Pretty easy to do. Plenty of write-ups online. Brian Gillespie from VTech Academy made a video on it, and it's going to depin. What's this? Number 1 is to number 2. Okay, number 1 goes to number 2. Number 2 goes to number 3. Number 3 goes to number 1. And that is our K20 to K24 crank sensor conversion. Put your little retaining clip back on. There you go, Dwayne. Ready for you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. That hose gotta go, boy. That shit's brown, dirty.
A in line for sure.
That's fugly. So yeah, guys, we are pretty close to getting this thing fired over. I still need to go inside the car to wire up the new to him harness to the ECU and stuff, and then the back end is done. I just got to do the fuel relay, put gas in it, and we're just about there. But we're doing a little side quest right now. Jose was trying to get the bumper to fix up, but then we found out that the bulkhead screws, bolts right here are completely stripped. Only one was salvageable, and that was the driver's side that was actually held up nice, but the other one was like completely stripped out. So we're just trying to do this real quick to throw the bumper back on so it's not sagging, because it does bother you and it does bother me too. So do a quick little welding, and we're gonna try to button up the rest of the fuel stuff for the first fire up before tonight is over. Built a quick fuel pump relay setup right here, all loomed up nicely. Let's go ahead and install it. All right, so the boys, they did the battery relocation. Battery is secured in the rear. Sorry for the low lighting. Battery sitting right here. Temporary, they put the ground onto the shock tower right here, and it's going to be routed underneath. Right now we're just temporarily putting it there just to get everything working. Tazzy's putting in gas right now, and I already did the fuel relay. I'll show you guys that real quick. Fuel relay, I want to make sure everything works before we secure it. So signal, we have fuel pump, ground and positive. Ground and positive going directly to the battery, so it's like a direct source, and we're not going to be like any sort of shortage whatsoever. But other than gas, connect the battery. We're gonna put a basic base map, like a stock K24, stock injectors, and the goal is to get this thing to turn on. Just fuel pressure, probably TPS calibration as well too, the basic stuff. Check for leaks and everything on the new filter and lines. We're just doing process of elimination with the issue this car has been having. So we're like going back to when I was in LA, when we first got this car running, where he was able to drive it everywhere, because the car can't even drive around the block before it came here. Key on position real quick. Yeah, I'm about to say go disconnect.
Should I see if leaking anything since it has power?
I didn't even hear the fuel pump, did I? Kick it back on and off real quick. I hear it. I can feel it vibrating.
Yeah, I felt it vibrating. I'm gonna see if there's any leaks though. Or it won't leak right now because there's no, it's not trying to crank on.
No, because it's pumping the fuel to the front. Yeah, so it should be.
Huh?
Yeah. So prime it a couple of times and see. Just go check. I'm gonna prime it a couple of times. Check the fuel pressure. We got fuel pressure.
No.
All right, so we had to fix the fuel leak that was underneath the car from one of the lines that I've left loose. That's on me, but go ahead. We got fuel pump now. So the relay was bad. I swapped it out of my blue all-wheel drive car, but kick it on again. It went up pretty high. Okay, so it was at like 50. I'm gonna crank it. I'm gonna back it out. Go ahead again. Again. Okay, go ahead, go again. I'm gonna crank it down to like 43. So we're at 50.
Yeah.
So kick it into the on position.
Let me just double check.
We can definitely hear the fuel pump for sure.
Oh, for sure, difference.
Yeah. I'm gonna download the map to make sure we still have Tazzy's map. Let me see. Tazzy Wagon tune today. There you go. So now we're just gonna load up. I'm gonna find one of my base maps. Start up tune. Slap that one in there. Stock injectors. Wide open throttle real quick. 101. Off. Minimum reading 33.7. Then throttle down. That's weird. Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, question. So I'm trying to calibrate TPS sensor, right? It's the Busy Motor Wagon.
Okay.
Yeah, they brought it up from SoCal, and I'm trying to work on it. But before I fire this car over, I wanted to go check TPS real quick. And minimum reading is 33.7, and then on maximum wide open throttle, I put read is 101.
Is it the older K2 one or the newer one?
There's old and new.
Two different ones.
I have no. I've never ran a K2 one before. This one has it looks like it has some sort of spacer, and then it's like sticks up hella far.
Is the casing billet?
Yeah.
It's like there's aluminum and then there's like a K etch on there.
Yeah, it's a K etched in the front. Yeah, it's hella big. It's not like the regular K series TPS sensor. Say it again. Sorry.
I used to have two of those. They fuck up all the time, so they made a new one recently to replace that one.
Oh.
It is 10:11 right now, and we're having TPS problems. But the difference between now and then was it didn't read TPS before. It reads TPS now, and we were talking to some of the friends, and they were like, the Hall effect sensors have a tendency to go bad, right? Which is why K2 came out with like version 2, version 3. So we went to go grab my RBC manifold and pull the OEM TPS sensor off of this just to rule out the Hall effect sensor. And what did we find?
Well, it was hella loose, so this was...
Yeah, so this thing was spinning in circle because first we were getting the reading for the TPS, and then it was stuck at 16. Wide open throttle was reading 16. Took it off, put it back on, it was reading 32. And then even at 32, it was reading like 70, and then it was just like all over the place. But we found we found something that might be the cause of our issue here. We just got to figure out which way it's supposed to sit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because there's like no dowel pin, there's no way it's supposed to lock. It's literally just spinning in circle. So we got to figure this out real quick. So we got the Hall effect back onto the car, guys, and we found out that little nub that was inside the throttle body was super loose. So now we're able to get 2% on off the throttle and then 72-ish on the throttle. And for right now it's fine, but we have to do the throttle cable situation to be able to get more pull out of it for the 100% TPS. But right now, no leaks, everything seems good. Map is in, and we're about to do its first shot on, you know, the revamp on pump gas and stock injectors. You ready for this? You ready for this?
Yeah.
On you, bro. On you. My neighbors, nobody's home. They have not been home in 2 months. So I'm really disturbing just the animals, but that's about it. Yeah. Damn, your motor rocks like crazy, bro.
Is it misfiring?
It sounds like it was like a... It was like a high rev backfire.
It's surging for sure.
Yeah. It's like high rev, bum, 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 high rev, bum, 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 bum.
Like, oh, bolts tight.
The manifolds, you guys double check all the bolts, because this is the Ultra Race manifold.
Yeah, it's all tight.
Sounds like a vacuum leak.
All right, guys, so we found an issue to our super high idle surge. When this car came here, I was a little questionable about that bolt right there. Watch, move your hand real quick. Yeah, you guys see that bolt right there that's hitting the water pump housing? Yeah, when they're tightening down the manifold, it feels like it's tightening down because it's being pressurized in that corner. But it turns out it's not even cranked down. Hey, go shake that gasket real quick. I don't know if you guys can hear the gasket moving around. Yeah, the manifold is not tightened down. That's why it's idle surging, because it's freaking leaking air. So we're gonna fix that real quick. We got some high hopes this thing will turn on and at least idle. And dude, we just gotta do this.
Yeah, let's just get it done.
And you know, I'm not gonna take the manifold off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my Sawzall, bro, and I'm just gonna stick it right in there and just lob that corner off.
He said, let me get the right one.
Get the right one. There we go. Okay, so we fixed the that major gap down there, and we still have clearance between the bolt and the water pump housing. This would be take 2 on the fire up on the pump gas. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, go hit it again. It's just, the throttle's hella loose, so go ahead, do it again. Yeah, I lost the Allen here on the tray. Yeah, it's just super loose because we're out of threads, so it's not really. No, you can't adjust it because it's maxed out already. Look, yeah, it's gonzo. But yeah, I was gonna adjust it, but it looks like it's already sitting right there. It's already at base pressure, so lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah, I think we're okay with the fuel right now, but it turns on. It's just a super cold start, no idle air control valve, giant air going in, so the car is like obviously struggling to try to stay awake right now. But you want to try to like maybe get it warmed up and see what it does, because maybe when it warms up it'll catch itself.
You might have to turn the idle air control setting off, no?
It's off already. I disabled everything already. Yeah. Okay, well let's try to get this thing warmed up real quick. Turn it on real quick.
Yeah.
Turn it on. Get off the throttle though. Let me do it. Okay. back. Fuel pressure, we're at like between 40 and 50, so somewhere about 45-ish. No leaks. I don't see any leaks on the fuel. Yeah, it's just a lot of slop, and there is a little, I don't know if this one has a stopper on it, but we got to do a lot of adjustment with all those little things. But the car is alive again on pump gas, guys, and we're gonna tweak with this a little bit more. Okay guys, so we got to talking a little bit, and I know I said I wanted to get this car on the floor driving, but mind you, it's like 12 o'clock right now, so we're not going to do that. But you guys heard, shout out to the homie Nomis Industries. He went in with the remote and he dialed the map just a little bit to get the car to idle and rev through. The car revs through now, because earlier when we tried to rev it, it blipped and wants to kill itself. It wants to die. So we had Nomis come on and he dialed the low end of the map to get it to idle, and now it revs through. So tomorrow we're going to do a little bit of button up, and we're also going to try to get it on the floor so we can drive it. And that's pretty much honestly all we can do, because the rest of it is in the tuning, especially because it has this giant manifold and there's nothing that can do about compensating the fuel for the amount of air that it's sucking in, right? So in this video alone, well, we've been out here 12 hours ish. 12 hours. We got the car running, dude. We did practically just about everything to get this car back to running, because this car had been gone for over a month and it hasn't ran. It was taken apart and it just sat, sadly, not running. So the boys brought it up here. We got it all dialed, got it turned back on. It runs, it sounds okay. Tomorrow we're gonna really know if it's gonna drive well or not before it goes back. We're definitely gonna dial a lot more though, but I am gonna cap out this video though, so you guys are gonna have to stick around for the next video to see this thing on the street driving around. We're gonna pull it out with the wagons. I'm gonna try to get my boys out here, take some shots. You know, this car is at the EF pad. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, you know, it's nice to see this thing on the driveway, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's Dwayne's car, but the history of this car and this car being on my driveway is crazy. But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up for this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one a little bit, seeing this car from SoCal up here in NorCal in the Bay Area. If you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for the finalization of this car along with the T7 coilover install from Max Rod, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, guys, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.